14. It's about success and the patterns that we have in our life. Even in spite of having the knowledge, we have habits, and the habits always win, because for some reason we tend to go with what we know instead of trying out new things. So when we start off in life, we start off with, we go to school for 12 to 14 years to get a skill and knowledge that we apply for the next 40 years to build a nest egg, pay off our home, have a good retirement fund, and want to live happily ever after. But if you just look around us and look at the people that are senior to us, we find that in retirement they tend to have less than what they had planned for. Now, when we go to a financial planner, they'll ask us how much we want to save, and here's a little spreadsheet for you to have a look at. In the left-hand column, you'll see interest rates from 2% to 5%. Most banks will be closer to the 2% return on your investment. So if you work on the 2% return on your investment in the bank, and we look at around $750 a week, if you want less, fine, that's all right by me. We can go for $2,000 a month, and even then we'll need to save around 40 years. If you want $3,000 a month, just look at the $2.4 million square year that we'll have to save. So with this in mind, we then look at getting job security, getting a job that will keep us active and employed for the next 40 years. We look at Social Security and what the government has to offer us, and in addition to that, we look at a massive saving plan. Investment accounts we'll set up, we'll have mutual funds and superannuation to provide us for that nest egg that we had planned for. But the reality for many of us is that the financial reality is that we are working 4 to 6 months a year just to pay taxes, because most people are dependent on someone else for their employment. We tend to work between 40 to 50 hours a week and on our income of 60 to 80,000 a year. Now this income is pretty good. It's very attractive, but we have pitfalls in this because we don't have a plan, because most of our income goes in paying taxes, the rent, food, medical bills, car, holidays, and school kid expenses. Now, where is there money left over for saving? If you look at your traditional income right now, how much money are you putting aside to save up $1.2 million or even $2.4 million over the next 40 years? If you're closer to the 40th year, that is getting close to 50 or 60 years old, how much are you saving? So the question now is, over a 40-year period, we would traditionally work 100,000 hours during that course of our working lifetime. And this would amount to $2.4 million, working at an average of $24 an hour. Now, some of you may be earning more, but I'm just looking at an average year. So if you're working $2.4 million over the course of your lifetime, and over that period you're spending 80 to 90% of your income on taxes, rent, food, medical, etc., how much money do you have for savings? Remember, you needed $2.4 million or even $1.2 million as savings. If you were earning $2.4 million over 40 years, literally you have a very big ask. Practically impossible to save enough with the rising cost of living. So because the traditional plan is 100% of your effort to provide for you for the next 40 years so that you can retire at the age of 62 or 72. Now this is 100% of your effort and 100,000 hours for the next 40 years. As I demonstrated in the last few minutes, you just cannot make it in the next 40 years if you follow the traditional plan. Are you trying to juggle your life on gold lotto year, or on a lottery ticket? Certainly it will not work. We need to work out what makes people rich lives, and reading, attending seminars, and investing into companies that will return. So if you're willing to earn over $2,000, $2,500, $3,000 a week, that is help you in the next 24, 36, definitely 48 months, over the next 2 to 4 years. If you could earn a 6-figure income, part-time, 5, 10, 15 hours of work on top of your present work, can you see yourself in the next 4 years being so far ahead? Would you like to shave away 36 years of that working plan of yours and do it in 4 years, 2 years? It's quite possible. So my friends, here's my email address on this page. Get back to me. and let's start talking. I'll send you information that you can go through, and if you think it's much better than your plan right now, we can start working together. Look forward to working with you in the near future. Thank you. Bye bye.